Hey, it's Vince from Crushing Strength Fitness and MMA. I got a great full body workout session to show you today. Hope you enjoy it. And yeah, let me know what you think. All right, so here we go. First lift of the day was bench press. Got about 245 on the bar. See how this feels. Just getting set up here, getting the arch going, getting the shoulders back, retracted, depressed, all that good stuff. Just taking a few seconds here just to adjust my hands. And here we go. The weight's been feeling pretty good. I believe this is the second or third week I've been hitting this weight. Not quite at that good point yet where I feel like I can move up. Still trying to hit those 8 reps. You can see here I just barely get 7 out. That set was pretty hard as a first set. Re-rack the weights and should get on to set 2 in just a few seconds. And yep, here comes set 2. More of the same, nothing really to see here. I think my reps start to drop a little bit. This set was 6, I believe. The next set 3, I hit about 5. So not at that point yet where I feel comfortable really pushing the weight up. I'm aiming to get 3 sets of 8 before I continue. And right now we're about 765 for this session. So nothing too good yet. Got to keep working at it. Could be because of the fact that prior to this session, I had hit a benching and overhead press workout just the day before, not the day before, but the day before that session. And so I'm probably still facing a little bit of soreness from that day. But hey, it's all good. It'll all come in time. I don't do anything too crazy for progression schemes. Just try to hit the weights hard. Keep the technique good. That's another thing with weightlifting. You're always progressing, even if it might not seem like you are. Sometimes the difference between 7 reps on your first day of hitting it and 7 reps on the last day could be drastically different. Your technique could have been better. So it's always good to keep that in mind. So moving on here, we are setting up for some barbell rows. Got a 285 on the bar. This weight has been feeling pretty good, pretty new to it. The rows have been harder to progress on since I've been adding weight recently. So I believe I hit about 7 or 8 for this first set. Pretty good. Still new to the weight, like I said. So aiming to get 3 good sets of 10. You'll see during my sets, I'm not too strict about how much I'm hinging, how much I'm using a little bit of leg or back drive. As long as I'm getting that good stretch at the bottom, that's good for me. And to me, that is more beneficial than keeping it super strict and sacrificing a lot of weight on the bar. So yeah, these few sets felt great. Definitely a lot better than the first session that I had hitting this weight. My reps are going up, which is all I could ask for, and they're looking cleaner than they have in the previous weeks. So here's set 3. Had to cut this one a little bit short just because by the third set I got about nothing left. Same with bench press. Usually after about 2 hard sets, usually that's when I'm good, where I got all the stimulus I need to get some more muscle growth going. And yeah, so here's the third set, just getting set up, getting the straps all adjusted. These straps are really good, by the way, too. Definitely feel stable in the hands just because, you want to use your grip early on, but there does come a point where grip can be the limiting factor on something like a heavy barbell row. So here we go, moving on to overhead pressing. Got about 140 pounds on the bar here. Good stuff. Definitely a lot stronger on standing overhead press than I used to be about a year ago. I've found that having one day where it's a focus and then another day where it's a secondary after a bench press has really helped speed run my progress a little bit. Plus just having a better starting position for the lift as well. So having it more on the upper sternum area rather than low on the mid chest, I felt has helped a lot with my progression. I didn't feel like that extra bottom range of motion was really beneficial for the shoulders specifically, and my shoulders have thanked me for it. Not only does my joint recovery feel great, but my progression also speaks for itself as well. Got about 140 on the bar here, in case I didn't mention that. And let's see, I think we're moving on to, got some trap bar RDLs here, about 445 on the bar. I usually don't go too deep with these, usually it's more contraction focused, but I love the stimulus for the upper traps that you get from it and the back. So nothing too crazy here form wise. Usually I'll save my deep RDLs for when I'm hitting it with the barbell specifically. It just feels more natural that way. Where the bar is positioned kind of forces you to really hinge deep and get a really good stretch on the spinal erectors, hamstrings, etc. But this weight felt great too for this day. First time hitting this weight, so we're heading into set 2. More of the same, nothing too crazy here. I feel like my first set on RDLs always kind of feels like the worst in a way, because despite the warm-ups and stuff, there's nothing like actually doing a set of 10 with a heavy weight on these. So usually sets 2 and 3 always feel pretty great and better than the first. So nothing much to see here. Just hinging at the hips a little. Trying to be careful of my lower back. Making sure I got a good brace on the way down. I really love these just for the upper trap benefits, like I said. Nothing better than having 445 in your hands, repping it out to get some big upper traps. It's definitely helped with my upper trap growth over this past year and a half. So definitely excited to keep these in the routine, and they've worked thus far, so might as well keep it going. So got my last set here, just getting set up, making sure both of the straps are good and set so that I don't lose my grip in the middle of the set. That would be horrible. So, here we go. Just more of the same, like I said. Nothing too crazy. And once this set is done, I believe we're moving on to some Arch Nemesis bar bench press for a good 2 sets with 215 on the bar. About to end this set here. You can see it's getting kind of hard to lock out towards the end. The last rep, there we go. Done. Pretty good set. Definitely left my legs feeling a little bit exhausted afterwards. And here we go. I labeled it deficit benching just because I feel like, it's a shorter little nickname for it. You definitely get a deep deficit. I love doing these. I just got this bar recently in December, and it's been great so far. As you can see, you get a much deeper stretch in the bottom. Just the nature of the bar. It's like a mix of a Swiss bar and a mix of a Buffalo bar. Kind of like a 2-in-1 deal. You get that neutral grip benefits for a deeper stretch and less shoulder strain, plus the added stretch on your chest from the kind of like the Buffalo bar influence. And these feel great. And usually when I'm at the bottom, I could feel my elbows are well below my torso, so you get some tricep benefits there too. And sometimes if I'm not comfortable hitting a good set of 10 with this weight, which I'm not at yet, I'm not quite strong enough on it yet for 215, sometimes I'll just flat out keep it mostly bottom, just keep it in the bottom, make like a weighted stretch type of movement. A lot of options with a lift like that. But moving on, we got some deficit squats here, about 310 pounds on the bar. Let's see what happens here. I do stand on a plate plus kind of like an extra mat that I had lying around from the shed. And That's a deep enough stretch for me. Allows it so that the bar doesn't hit the ground on the bottom, which is an issue I used to have with this lift a year ago. But once I made that change in the summertime, in the summer of 23, I've definitely seen better leg benefits for the quads off of this lift. The lift feels more smooth, feels more difficult when it matters. As you can see, I forgot to record this set 2, unfortunately. It's all good though. It was more of the same stuff. I believe I hit a set of 7 on it, and set 3 is off, and it's honestly more of the same. I'm just way too fatigued at this point to match the 8 reps that I hit on the first set. Usually what I'll do is this will be the secondary lift for this session, and then I do have a day where it's a primary lift, a primary squat day, where I hit this lift again, but of course I get more reps, which is always good. I really love this lift. I love the benefits for the quads from having a little bit more of a deficit, and it's been great for my legs, man, and I'm looking to continue to do it further. I used to do a good amount of barbell squatting, but I just felt like this was more efficient. This plus some good RDLs mixed into the week has been great for my legs and back development. So yeah, it's been great. Definitely love doing some deficit squats with the trap bar. Moving on, as you can see, we got a little superset going on, triceps to biceps, about, measuring the dumbbell weight, it's about 9 to 10 pounds. We'll just say it's 10. So with that included, it's about 55 pounds total on the tricep extensions. I like a slight incline in the bench when I'm doing my tricep extensions. Just feels more comfortable to set up in that way. And here we go. We got some hammer curls as well, about 60 pounds on these, about 59, 60 pounds. These have felt pretty good too. I've been hitting this weight for the past month or two, I would say. It's kind of hard to progress on these very quickly because it's pretty strict. Your back is against the bench, plus the fact that it's seated, less leg drive. So these are hard, man. Definitely difficult, but the weights was feeling pretty good yesterday. So yeah, definitely a great lift. And after the second set, you'll see I'll switch the bench back to that incline setting, hit another set of extensions. For my extensions, I've liked doing 3 days a week on it, with a catch though. When I was doing 3 sets 3 times a week frequency on it, there were some aspects of that I didn't like. It felt like the progression wasn't as smooth. It felt like there were some days where I could hit the full weight and get a good 3 sets of 10 in, and then there were times where it didn't feel like that. So I figured I would experiment with something that's been working very well, where I'll have a heavy weight on one day. So let's say, just as an example, day 1, 50-pound tricep extensions, 3 sets of 10. And then day 2 would be 40 pounds for 5 sets to failure. And then day 3 would be, let's say, 40 pounds for about 5 sets to failure again, and then maybe 2 extra sets of like a modified JM press. So that's been working very well for my tricep development. I definitely feel like my tricep progression on my lifts are getting better for that reason, and I feel like my muscle growth has definitely indicated that as well in that department. So yes, kind of just the same thing for these sets. Nothing much to see here, mostly just the same stuff. I think this is my last set of hammer curls. I only do 3 sets on this day, and then you'll see the last 2 sets of tricep extensions as well. Just more of the same stuff, man. Just pounding at the weight. Today is, of course, the day 2. Hitting 55 pounds for 5 sets to failure. Had mostly 10 for each set, which is good. So definitely looking forward to The next session where I hit 45 pounds for about 7 sets total, including the JM presses. And for my next session, I'll probably hit either another full body with a little different emphasis. It'll be another bench press session with some Romanian deadlifts with the barbell mixed in, more deficit squats but with heavier weights, aiming for sets of 5 to 7, really going heavy on that and just changing the weight just to have a little different feel to it, because I'm already hitting them 3 times a week, so I might as well change a little something up in between there. And we'll see what happens. Thank you very much for tuning in, and I hope you enjoy the workout. Hope you learned something from it. And that's about it for this session. Hope you have a great day. Thank you. All right, hope you enjoyed the session. Thank you very much for watching. Leave a like, comment, share, and subscribe, all that good stuff. And until next time, hope you guys have a great night. Thanks again.